Returnable here for Davis. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
All day, every day, any day. 36. Check.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
Nothing here.
And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked off that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Not today, you are. Not today. 31's the mic. Record.
From the 27, Tua. And his throw is incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit.
You got nothing. 31's the mic. You don't want it. Yellow. Pick up the ball.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
'24's the mic. You don't know no time.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And some room to work. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Push. Check 31.
They'll pitch it out to Jones. Shifts past him at the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Play fake. Murray. Steps away to his left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Murray now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Benson. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Down to lose one.
To throw is Murray. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Give me the bell.
Kyler Murray, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Check 24 is the mic. Defense, set the tone, defense.
To throw again on second down. Tua, he's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Watch the pass. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Edo blue. Ready.
Out of the gun on third down. Here's Tua. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it fourth down.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. 24 is the mic. Check
3 rail.
Check three, check three, check three.
Claws red.
Tua on fourth down. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off at the 36.
Ooh, Lord,
and it's
have
a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot. But when you have all those people bearing down on you, probably his last thought was just get rid of the ball. Give them what they want. Unfortunately, he gave it to them too well. Picked it off, ran it back for a touchdown.
Extra point up and through. And the lead will swell by one more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Returnable here for Davis. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Shotgun now for Murray. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Murray. It's caught by Mike Evans. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
Devin McCourty brings him down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. William Jackson with a pick.
Is that it?
And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Returnable here for Davis. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On 2nd and 10, Tua. He's going to take another shot here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
24 is the mic.
Get the ball.
24.
Now Tua. Flush to his right, and he'll just get rid of it. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
Lose strike. 24 is the mic. Hey, defense.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua. It's complete to Brown, right side. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Murray now. Escaping the pressure right. Past the 20. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a halt. A big play there on the keeper.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Big Ace open, Big Ace open. Easy.
Murray going to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Ravens are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Here's Dobbins.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, first and 10.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Easy.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. This one swung out here to Jones.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Jones with a carry on first down, but I don't think he even made it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense all over that one.
On second and 11 now. Murray. Evans has it left side. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Watch 98. 98's the mic. Big Ace. I'm coming.
Murray now to throw.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Throwing now is Murray. Fighting to stay upright. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Here's Murray as he sets to throw. Oh, now Murray has it stripped.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Airing this one out for Evans.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up fourth down.
And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal.
No. Check that. We want Mike 52.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Keep playing hard.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bucs, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington.
These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Off the play fake, Love. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And they do finally get him at the 12. A big-time play there for New Orleans.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
On the check down, he finds Kamara. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lock. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Block now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Locke trying again after the pick 6. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Locke's throw into the hands of Fant. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So they give up the completion there. But defensively, Charles, you're going up against a quarterback here who's had some moments, but really a lot of ups and downs in the early part of his career. What's the plan against a guy like this?
Well, you want to rattle him first and foremost. Bring some people at him, a couple extra guys in the pocket, see if he can handle it. The second thing, you want to make him think. Show him one look, go to another, disguise a few things, make him throw into what you call your defensive traps, and try and make some good plays on the ball and get a few takeaways. Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Mike 38, Mike 38.
Here's Locke.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Hey, pick your game up. Watch 32. Single, single. Shift, shift. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike, watch Mike. Right here. Shift, shift.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do.
Man left, man left. We got 4. We got 4.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Mike 38, Mike 38.
Throwing now is Locke. And this will go to Carson out wide. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Nothing to score after one on EA Sports. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down.
56, the Mike, boys, 56. Check 56. Right here, right here. Mike 56, Mike
Locke going to throw.
What we got, what we got, what we got?
That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And the Seahawks are going to have what looks to be a first and goal as he'll take this down to the 10-yard line. those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front. That's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter...
Touchdown, Seahawks! Noah Fant, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put him to good use on that one.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. For a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, heal up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. They'll get this out to Kamara. Oh, he shifts past him. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle, because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he was able to get in there and make a great play.
On play action. Love to throw. They'll roll him out right. There goes a deep ball. End zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That one brought back a few nightmares, because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there, having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
Again, it's Love. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Play action this time with Love. Flushed out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
After the turnover, here's Locke. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Gonna give this time to the tailback. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. They juked him and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. To throw it is Locke. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Chris Carson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Now Myers for the extra point. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for it.
It's caught inside the 25.
We got
and he takes this just a few yards shy of the red. Zone before going out.
So here's the mic. Check mic, check mic. Watch 2, watch 2. Bunch formation, bunch formation.
On first down, Locke. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Let's go.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB's up. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle. Second and 9.
Mark 38. I got you. I got you. Show it up. Show it up.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
Good job. Good job.
Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
On third down, Carson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Myers' kick is good. And that's going to up the lead to 15-10. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.